Okay, so we are doing something we haven't done for a little while, a 4-minute Fours Day. And I'm really excited to show you this product. This one is the Vimo C from a company called Comica. Before we jump into the video though, welcome to the channel. My name's Scott Davies. If at any time during this video you're enjoying the content and find it useful, make sure you hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. The Vimo C from Comica is just a really nice rounded package. And what you get, you would expect to pay, I think, a lot more when you compare it to its competitors. It comes in this really nice foam carry case, which you might use, you might not. But here's the real big deal, the charge case. This thing is really, really well made. It has a front indicator light so you can see how much charge the case has. It will charge up your transmitters and your receiver in there, and you'll get up to 20 hours of use when alternating between recording and charging with this one little box. But I know the most important thing is sound quality. And how does it sound? Well, you're listening to it right now. I've been using this little microphone for the last 4-5 weeks, and I'm super impressed with how well it sounds. It picks up the lows, the mids, and the highs really well. As you can see, I've got it down here in my pocket. I'll just tap it so you know I'm not tricking you. And it just works really nicely. It's got some simple controls. You can turn on noise cancellation, which we'll look at very, very shortly. And from the receiver, you can control if you're recording in mono, stereo, or what they call safety mode, just to protect those peaks. So your audio is going to be always usable. Before we go outside and do some tests, what do you get in the box? Well, you get the charge case as mentioned. This thing here is a godsend. You'll never run out of juice, which is really nice. You get some simple instructions with a warranty card, a couple of stickers. You get 2 wind muffs. Now these wind muffs, I am so glad it comes with these. This makes the microphone hyper usable outside. You get a USB-C charge cable, and my favorite accessory of all of them is a USB-C to 3.5mm female. Why is it my favorite? Well, by using this simple accessory, you probably can't zoom in on that, there we go. It is going to make any camera a monitoring camera. And what I mean by that is, for example, I'm filming on the Nikon Z30. It doesn't have an audio out. I can plug this into the receiver and I can now charge the receiver and listen to my audio at the same time. I love this little thing. It just means you can sound check before you press record. Now to answer the question, why is a wireless mic even necessary? What does it do in this situation? Well, let me show you with and without. So this is with, it's turned on, it's right here. There's nothing being done, no editing. It's on volume 2, which is exactly halfway. It has 4 levels of volume. I'm now going to unplug it and you'll hear the difference without having the lavalier mic here on my chest. Now this is the audio without the microphone being plugged in. As you can see, I've got the receiver right here, and you'll notice straight away there's probably a lot more echo. I sound a lot further away from the camera, and there's just not as much clean lows, mids, and highs. That's the value of a simple lavalier microphone. Now I could have an overarm boom with a microphone right here just above my face, but that means I'm restricted. I can't move around, I can't get things off the shelf because the volume's going to fade and peak and go up and down, which sounds horrible. By having this plugged in, I'm free to move around the office. It's turned back on now, as you can hear, and I can get things. I can turn my back to you, I can move stuff around the shelf, and it's not going to impact the volume or sound quality at all. Now really quickly, just looking at the receiver, it has some nice options. It has a mode button so you can toggle through a few different modes on the microphone. You can control the volume of each transmitter from level 1, 2, 3, and 4, 4 being the highest. Again, this is set on 2, just keeping everything standard with no post-production editing, so you can really hear how it sounds raw straight out of the system. It has a USB-C in, so you can charge it on the go. And on the back, it's got a really simple clip which doubles as a cold shoe mount. So now I want to take you outside. I've got my little assistant Zoe to help me. I want to show you the sound quality out in the environment, because honestly, I think this is where the microphone really performs and comes into its own. All right, so we're outside now and we've got the Vimo C mounted on my Nikon Z30. We've got Zoe, she's mic'd up as well. Say hi, Zoe.
Hi.
So you should be able to hear both audio signals nice and clear. Hopefully you don't hear me coming through on hers. You won't hear her coming through on mine. Zoe, let's just test it out. What have you done today?
I went to Evie's birthday party and do some rock climbing, trampoline, and jungle gymming.
Awesome. Now, what was the most fun thing you did?
Probably do a flip on the trampoline.
So as you just heard, really clean, really clear, picking up on very little background noise. And you would have noticed when Zoe and I were talking, there was no cross-contamination of sound. You know, there was no weird echo of me coming through her microphone and vice versa. It really does keep the channels separate and just delivers really clean, crisp audio. While we're outside, I also did a wind test and a range test. Both of those performed really well. I'll show you the wind test now. Because it's really, really windy here. You can probably see it on my face. Super windy. We're doing 30 kilometers per hour on the Veteran Abrams, if that's the right name. Yep. How's the sound quality? Can you hear me nicely? Is the wind really bad? As you heard there, that was 30 kilometers per hour on a windy day, and that wind muff, 1, didn't fall off, and 2, delivered really clean audio. Now, as far as the range test, I got Zoe to go probably about 100, 110 meters away. They do claim 200, but there's nowhere around here, line of sight, that I can get 200 meters and test it properly. But as you're about to see, she did get quite a long way away before we started getting some digitization of the audio. I would guess she was about 100, maybe 110 meters away before we started to get just a little bit of a crackle on the microphone.
How much you have liked Scott's YouTube channel. Anyways, my dad says if you put your mind to it, you can always do it. It's a little trick. Anyways, my dad also...
It never cut out, but I did hear a little bit of degradation in the audio, but it was still very usable. But that is the end of 4 Minute Fours Day. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I know I've gone over, I apologize. As I said, it's a cool microphone. These are available on Amazon. I'll put some links in the description. They come in around the $130 US mark, which is very, very affordable for what you get. If you've got any comments or questions, chuck them down below. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Time's up.